Hi everyone. The last time you guys saw us, we had just hopped off the Spirit Tasmania and headed to a campsite in Inverleigh. We have since moved on to a campsite in Seymour, which is about 2 hours north.
And Seymour's a super convenient place to be while we figure out our plans. Not only is it a quiet, beautiful spot right next to the river, just in the town, like 5 minutes away from us, there's water top up, there's a dump point, and there's the two major supermarket chains. We felt a little overwhelmed when we first came over from Tassie because we had absolutely no plans for the rest of the lap, which I feel like happens in every single state. As soon as we enter it, we're overwhelmed. But we have finally figured it out and we are making some big changes.
We'll share those plans with you a little later, but first we have to go to bed early because we're getting up nice and early and starting to head towards New South Wales.
Let's hit the road. We've got 2.5 hours of driving today and I am so excited. We're here at Lake Hume.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe it is at Ludlow's Reserve, and it is so nice. I knew you could get spots near the water, but there's actually loads of spots near the water.
Oh yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is super sunny today, but because we are away from Tassie and we're back on the mainland,
The water?
I think the water might be warm enough to swim.
Yeah.
You're so hesitant right now.
I've got like PTSD now, so
From Tassie
from
waters.
Tassie waters. So I might get the kayak out myself, but yeah.
I want to swim.
It might be a little refreshing going for a swim after the 2.5 hour drive that we just did, but maybe I'll just do piggy dipping. I'll see how I feel.
It was quite a boring drive as well.
Yeah.
There's not much to see.
Yeah, it's
But
just
we
a
knew
highway
that.
with hills and
Some
Cows,
some
yeah.
horses.
a couple of kangaroos.
Oh yeah, we saw some kangaroos.
But not much aside from that.
But here's pretty. I like it.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
I'm excited to hopefully swim. I'm so pumped. We haven't swam in like
Fair
when did I
fires.
swim? Yeah, but wasn't a
we
good swim.
were in the water for like
We were,
half an
but
hour,
I
so-
want like a proper swim. I'm excited.
This campsite even comes with a complimentary.
Oh, ew, my toes are in it. Ew.
It comes with a complimentary foot showing and wine cork. Lovely.
Yeah, don't touch it.
I'm putting it in the bin.
Okay, so Jan didn't want to go for a swim.
Well, I didn't say that.
He didn't want to go for a swim because he said he didn't trust me on the temperature. So he set up the kayak. He
don't know
just
why.
stepped in it and was like, it's so warm.
I don't get it.
You see why I wanted to swim? It's so nice. Don't leave me. No, I'm stranded. Ew, stop. The floor's so squishy. It's like a squishy clay
You guys
thing.
can't judge me as well. I've gotten a bit of a belly. I just winterized, that's all.
We winterized.
Yeah, and Tassie it was really cold, so you know.
Come back! I actually need a lift and the floor's squelchy. I actually don't think I can show your position. We're gonna get demonetized.
Why? What's wrong?
The fish are jumping out everywhere and there's a guy fishing and everywhere he goes the fish are like
Jumping.
cheesing him? I was gonna say
Cheese
tease. They're teasing him off in the distance and they keep like jumping out and doing flips. Anyway, I started filming because I have loads of mozzie bites. I got them the other day. We opened the van
window.
door in the dark or whatever, and then loads of mozzies got in and I got destroyed. But I
didn't,
itched my
thankfully.
mozzie bite and my legs, it started bleeding, and I was like, oh no, it's bleeding, and Vian was like, don't do that, you'll attract the sharks. And I was like, what sharks? There's none in here. And he's like, well, how close are we to the ocean? And I was like, what do you mean we're nowhere near the ocean? And he goes, oh, I don't know where we are.
I don't know where we are. I just get in the car, put in the location, and drive. That is my life.
It's so cute. This feels like when you've walked into a room and the people are talking about you. They're all just staring in silence. Hi. It is way later. We ended up kayaking for like...
Probably 3-4 hours.
I would say kayaking, but to be honest, I think Vian
I was napping.
lazed around
I'll
in the
be
back
honest.
and slept, and I
Yeah.
did all the hard work.
So if I looked like a lobster,
We're a
that would
little,
be why.
we're a little pink.
We did put sunscreen on, but
Yeah, we lathered up, but we're out there so long that we're looking a little bit pink.
yeah.
But we're gonna make pizza for dinner, and we thought we should update you guys on our plans.
Yeah, because things are changing up a little bit.
So we've been traveling for what, a year, almost a year and a half
Yeah.
now, and we've been traveling very slowly, and we pretty much stay in one spot for a really long time, and we felt we get really itchy feet. Vian taught me itchy feet the other day when he mentioned it, but that's basically how we've been feeling, and we've been talking for quite a few months before we left Tassie about wanting to move quicker when we're on the mainland.
Yeah, I feel like at the rate that we're going, if we want to see the rest of the world, we're going to have to live like 1,000 years. So
Now,
that's not to say that like we will travel less or
yes.
be less thorough with things. We'll just be maybe a little bit more selective, but also majority of the time we have off days.
Yes, so we have a lot of non-moving, non-travel days that you guys don't see, and that keeps us in the same spots for a really long time. So we want to just eliminate those days and move a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Now, in saying that, we have sort of set a time goal
Yeah.
that we want to get back to Perth in 6 months.
Now, we haven't actually planned anything. So if you have any suggestions of what you want us to see in
Yes.
the rest of Australia, do drop them below.
Yes.
But that 6 months might turn it to 7. It might
Or
be
8.
8. Might be 9.
It may be longer, but
Yeah.
we've set like a rough goal of 6 months, and we're super, super excited because we know that moving faster is going to be more exciting for us to reduce some of those non-travel moving days
Yeah.
and see a lot more in a shorter period.
I feel like Tasmania was a good example of it as well.
Yeah.
Like we stuck around in the west coast and the north part so much,
Yeah.
but then we did the east coast so quickly.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is a good example of
Yeah.
what it. So
Because
for you guys,
we stuck around in the north and west for a really long time, but didn't film or make video. Well, we made videos of those areas, but the extended period we stayed in those areas didn't mean there was more videos in those areas,
Exactly.
basically. Let us know if you think 6 months is way too little or you think it's enough. We know quite a lot of, or we've heard of a lot of people who have set out and done just a year,
Yeah.
and they all say that a
majority
year
of
was
the time,
enough.
yeah, majority of the time they spent is in Queensland or Tasmania.
Yes.
So yeah, I feel like as well we're probably limited in what we can be doing in a lot of the rural regions
Yeah.
like Northern WA and
Yeah.
Northern Territory and some of Queensland as well in
Yeah.
terms of like we have a big ass van and not a 4-wheel drive.
Yes.
So we kind of have to be realistic with what can we see, what can't we see?
Yeah, so we're thinking it will not really impact the experience much. And I
Yeah.
think one day we have to come back with a 4-wheel drive and do those remote areas. So we're gonna keep cooking dinner because I think Vian's done all the work at the moment and I've just stood here and like flailed my hands about.
Yeah,
and,
you've
like,
been waving your hands.
I got dough out and then I just left it there and was like, ah. So we're gonna go and go have dinner. We will see you tomorrow, but please let us know if you think 6 months is realistic.
And also, anything that you want us to do.
Yes.
Drop
We're
that down
open
below
to
as well, because
suggestions.
that would help out a lot. It's a little overwhelming, believe it or not.
Alright, bye.
After last night's discussion, if you haven't been able to tell, we're making our way across the border into New South Wales and towards Canberra over the next couple of days.
We're really close to the border, I think. I have no idea what to expect. I don't know what it looks like. I'm just gonna film.
I feel like WA to South Australia, it was quite different to all the other states crossing the border, so it's...
I remember, was it South Australia to Vic was like really uneventful, and then WA to South Australia was like a full setup. We got checked. I couldn't find any info on here, so I don't know what to expect. I feel like we're just gonna appear in another state and then nothing happened. But
yeah, I mean, we pretty much kayaked to New South Wales yesterday.
yeah.
So
we had a look and the border cuts over the lake, and we were like, oh, we probably crossed it yesterday.
yeah, so that tells me that it probably would just be a highway with no checking points, but
yeah, we'll see.
We'll see whether we get a little exciting experience or whether it's just another road. Are we in the new state yet?
I don't know. I can't see it on the map. Oh no.
I think we might be in a new state.
No, they have to have a sign, surely.
Big, 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 New South Wales! New South Wales! Woo!
There was no sign. We are. Oh, wait there. Welcome to New South Wales.
Oh! Wow.
Yes.
What a welcome. Warm welcome.
Our fifth state.
Yeah. Chores done. Now we're ready to keep going.
Should probably explain what we got.
Oh, yeah, just because we film a lot, we run through these like crazy. Lots of driving also means lots of fuel. Oh,
What?
look at the door.
That's where the diesel is. You want to move forward or can you get it?
I can get it.
Oh dear. Should we?
It's $1 again.
Should we go get one?
Yes.
The best part of being back on the mainland.
Well,
Slappy.
I wouldn't say the best part, but it's a pretty good part.
True, that's pretty bad.
It's just a good part of being back on mainland Australia.
Shall we do it?
No, it's fine. It's funny.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, we haven't had
Cheers.
these in a little while, so
Cheers.
oh yeah. The
Oh.
mango is really good, actually.
It is.
Let's
go.
continue.
Road trip.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, my hair looks like I've been electrocuted. I don't know what's going on. I think it might be time to cut my hair again.
Yeah, I think so.
But we have just arrived at our campsite. We've got a pretty good spot, I'd say.
I'd say so.
We'll show you guys that a little later, but first we have to go see some baby duckies, and also my hair looks like it's electrocuted, but there's a little something with our electrical system that I'll have a look at as well, see if I can fix it. But let's go see the duckies. We have to get our priorities straight. It's bloody hot today, but probably for the last 3-4-ish weeks, we've noticed that when we drive, the battery doesn't go up that much. It does a little bit, but not that much. And it's acted pretty sporadically. I had a look, everything looked fine. And I just assumed that it's maybe because we haven't driven in a little while that, you know, there's something that needs charging in the van or whatnot. But now that we've driven a lot, it was no longer a valid excuse. So I just tightened everything up again, and it appears to be working now again. So you can see 830, 820, and then 240 solar. So fingers crossed I don't have to deal with this anymore, but I guess we'll see. What a beautiful morning.
Good morning, everyone. We have our final long stretch of driving today until we are close to Canberra.
Yeah.
This is super exciting. This campsite was actually really nice.
Really nice, especially in the mornings. I feel like
Yep.
it's so cool and beautiful. The sun rays peeking through the trees.
The view out the back with the river. It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
And I did not expect that at all.
Yesterday we had dinner and then filmed the state summary for Vic.
It felt so weird filming it so soon since our last one.
Yeah, it feels so weird, but
it's so exciting.
It
I
is.
can't believe we're in another state.
Yeah.
And we're so close to Canberra. Last stretch today.
We're pretty much in line with it now.
Yeah, pretty much. But you have to like go round to get in. So
Let's go.
1 hour. Let's go.
So we drove a little over an hour, and the DC to DC charges did not act up in any way, shape or form. So I think that it might have been a loose connection, and then obviously there's a voltage drop, and then one having a lower output voltage than the other one created some conflict, and then both of them just decided to do the bare minimum. But it's working according to what it's rated at, so I'm happy. I think it's fixed now. But we have just arrived at our next campsite in Yass. It's a really hot day, and it's a little tricky getting here in this little spot because it's quite hilly and there's loads of setups around, and yeah, everyone's trying to stay in the shade and we're trying to stay in the sun. So this is the view that we would have had if we didn't have the blinds shut with cushions in. Pretty nice.
I've been outside setting up the campsite and it is hot today.
Yeah, it's really hot.
I think it gets up to 39 today or 37. It is so hot outside. So we've already it looks ridiculous, but we
Towel
put our
and then like
cushions
cushions.
just to absorb some of the heat.
Yeah, it really helps.
It does help quite a lot. So I know the van looks ridiculous right now, but it is hot. But we have finished our final longer stretch of driving before Canberra.
Yeah.
And we're literally
How far out from Canberra?
less than an hour.
We're pretty much in Canberra, let's be honest.
So I guess that's it for this video.
Mhm.
I'm excited to be in a new state, and we'll see you in the next one.
In Canberra.
You know what we're getting up to. Well, it'll be state summary, then Canberra.
Oh yeah, state summary and then Canberra.
See you there.
Bye.